On Saturday night, the UFC promoted its first ever pay-per-view event out of its new Apex facility in Las Vegas, Nevada. In terms of action, the card was an absolute success. In the UFC 250 main event, we saw reigning UFC bantamweight and featherweight champion Amanda Nunes defend that former title with a lopsided, unanimous decision win over the absurdly tough Felicia Spencer. In the co-main event, we watched former UFC bantamweight champion Cody Garbrandt get back on track after 3 straight knockout losses, with a blistering knockout win over Raphael Assuncao. Other highlights of the main card included dazzling stoppage victories from the likes of Aljamain, Sterling, and Sean O'Malley, while the undercard featured key wins from talents like Cody Stamann and Perez, to name a few. So where do the stars of this action-packed card go from here? As ever, there are plenty of interesting matches to be made, but these are the 3 fights we're hoping to see next. Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko. At this point, what do you even do with Amanda Nunes? The reigning UFC featherweight and bantamweight champion has beat the best of the best in both the divisions she rules over: Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg, Holly Holm, Germaine de Randamie, and in the UFC 250 main event, former Invicta featherweight champ Felicia Spencer. Of the few remaining options available for the sport's greatest female fighter, the best is probably a third fight with Valentina Shevchenko, who currently rules over the UFC flyweight division with an iron fist. Nunes has beaten Shevchenko twice before at bantamweight, but both fights were incredibly close. For all Shevchenko's talent, she'd enter a third fight with Nunes as a significant underdog, but it's as credible a challenge we'll find for the Lioness at this stage. Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. Petr Yan and Jose Aldo are expected to battle for the vacant UFC bantamweight title this summer. With his win over Sandhagen, Sterling extended his win streak to 5 straight. He's already the bantamweight division's #2 contender. Yan and Aldo are ranked 3rd and 6th respectively, and the fact that he's not going to be involved in the next bantamweight title fight is a travesty. Cody Garbrandt versus Marlon Morais. Former UFC bantamweight champion Cody Garbrandt entered his UFC 250 co-main event battle with Raphael Assuncao on a tough 3-fight skid, all knockouts. He could not have rebounded from that skid in more emphatic fashion. After this highlight reel knockout win, Garbrandt should be matched up with former World Series of Fighting bantamweight champion Marlon Morais, who currently holds the #1 spot in the UFC bantamweight rankings. While Morais might seem like a big step up for Garbrandt, who is currently ranked 9th in the division, most of the bantamweights in the top 10 are currently booked, so the former WSOF champ doesn't really have any better options. Please take a moment to give this video a like, subscribe to Worldwide Trends, and hit the bell so you'll never miss the breaking trends.